Alrighty, hello everybody. Baja Blood, I'm with you with another Pure Time Randomizer race. In fact, the last match of the first rounds here. Uh, we're featuring today XenoWars versus Destiny 2. And I'm joined here in the booth by my communicator Sean and our character Off. How's it going, Sean?
You sound a bit weird. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Uh, the runners' agreements for today are particular. They aren't described in the schedule. It says it's a missile-less preset, so if it's completely devoid of missiles, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so let's see. Do I sound any better now, or?
Yeah, sounds better.
Okay, excellent. So, yeah, missile-less preset. So, the big quirk here is there is a missile door heading to Artifact Temple. So the question is, how do we get past that? What the runners have done is set up some very specific kind of one-way elevators. So the Artifact Temple and Crater Impact are not shuffled. So we do need to get, and Impact Crater is not a valid destination for any other elevator. So we do need to get to Artifact Temple with all the artifacts to complete the game. However, and also, the Talon Canyon to main plaza elevator is not shuffled, so we will always have access to Chozo and Talon early. However, all the other elevators are one way anywhere, and for the seed to have generated, one of them needs to have gone near near Artifact Temple.
Yeah, very likely one of them must have gone to into Artifact Temple. Like, I think that's the only way, because there's no other room beyond that doesn't require missiles. I think Artifact Temple itself needs missile.
There's like that one kind of last staging area room that is a blue door. So it's either the room Artifact Temple or the room immediately before it are possible.
Right, so there should be one of those.
But anyways,
so, yeah.
We had Morph Ball sitting in alcove, followed by immediately by Varia's suit in under the
behind the ship
and landing site. Yep. So I did generate a few seeds of this just because I was very curious how it plays out, and it looks like we have a very loaded Chozo, or a very loaded early Chozo, that is. Given that without missiles we can't access a lot here, but since the runners didn't opt for any other starting items, the game doesn't seem to have too much of a choice but to give a lot of progression here in these missile unlocked checks in Chozo.
Yeah, that looks like bombs. Yeah, that's Morphball bomb on the half pipe. On Vault Ledge, that's a power bomb expansion. And I didn't see Grapple Ledge. In Nursery, we have... don't know.
And yeah, we will not be seeing the Ruined Gallery lower item today. Kind of unusual.
Yeah.
One of the early checks.
Oh, that's Grapple. Okay, that's Grapple in Nursery. So, with those things, like with the items we've seen so far, we should be able to access Magma Pool. We have Varia, there's Grapple right there. If we find Space Jump or Boost Ball so we can get bombs, we should be able to do it. Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of Space Jump, there it is. Sitting on a high pickup platform. So an interesting thing here, we do actually have access to that Transport Access North item, which is behind that missile door. We just have to go all the way around Vault side.
Yeah.
So hopefully our runners don't forget that check is actually accessible, even though it's behind a missile door from this direction.
I'm sure they know perfectly.
It's actually... yeah, this is actually really rude. Once the runners do pick up these bombs, they have to come all the way this way to get this gallery item, and then go all the way around the other way to get the Transport Access North.
Yeah, Gallery Tunnel.
Away.
Gallery Tunnel is most likely going to be something useful. Without missiles, Chozo needs to be very loaded. We also can't have any super missile check.
Death King gotta watch his health here with these the Igors. I want to morph here to reduce damage from these. I was just going to farm them for health. That makes sense too. But these Scarabs can definitely mess you up if you are unmorphed, so I want to farm his health and then
they can do a lot of damage. Plus, Death King is at 35 health, so that doesn't help.
Xeno going for the bombless strat here in Nursery. This is interesting, because I think we
And
did see that bombs
seems to
were
get it.
readily available. Well, this is the hardest part here. The morph and getting in the tunnel is pretty difficult, in my opinion. Oh my gosh.
And there we
okay,
go,
so
first
easy.
try.
Very
Perfect.
nice.
That's a huge time save. Well,
A little bit. I mean, the problem
as
is
much
you
as
have
a
to come
time
back.
save as it can be when you already need to come back here, but yeah.
And there's our wave.
At least we already have grapple. Okay, so with Wave Beam we can also access Trinium Chamber access, which at that point gives us... Well, I mean, the item in Magma Pool itself isn't in logic yet, because this is only an expansion, but we can get it, so...
So yeah, so the next big question is, where does this elevator lead? With the Varia makes me think that it might be going to Magmore, but who knows? The Stun Tower elevator is the... Well, actually, yeah, no, because we'll never get access to the Root Cave elevator either. And we'll never have logical access to the Frigate Crash Site elevator, as that's a one-way elevator in these beginner settings, without the tricks and logic to climb that room.
I wonder, how many nothings are we going to see?
I'm not sure.
Okay, Xeno going for Magma Pool. There's
Okay.
2 items we can get at the moment.
The nothings have been replaced, so there are no nothings in this pool.
Okay.
But instead, there are 20 instances of supers and ice spreader and flamethrower each.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
And given that we'll never find missiles, we won't be able to use any of those. So we'll be seeing a lot of beam combos that are...
Yeah,
useless.
it's actually really good, because we could actually see a full tracker.
Sorry, I actually misspoke. There are 20 wave busters. There is still only one validation flamethrower in the pool.
Oh yeah.
See if our runners come across that.
That's extremely important. You need only one flamethrower. Yeah, the hash name, the hash of the seed is Ice Super Ice.
So to answer in chat, they actually disabled Impact Crater as an elevator destination as well. There will be one elevator to Artifact Temple or the room immediately before it somewhere. So we will still need to collect our artifacts. That's actually interesting. So that means we have to take that elevator, scan our hints, and soft lock there if we want hints.
Yeah, we have to load, so they'll have to write them down probably.
Wow, there's Ice Beam
or quickly memorize them.
What the heck?
I believe there are some missile checks that can be done with Charge Beam as well.
So Ice Beam in Ruined Fountain. That to me says we have a elevator to Flagra in this seed. Because I don't think it's in logic to get that item without fighting Flagra.
Let's see, how do you reach the Arboretum normally?
Well, so it's missile locked on both. It's missile locked on all sides. You either need supers to climb from the back, which are missiles, or you need missiles to get into Flagra's door. But if you get teleported to Flagra, you do not need missiles to escape. You can go out the back and fall down.
Right. So yeah, that's what has to happen. Which is interesting because with the limited amount of lifts in the game, we are going to see some one in Magmore could lead to Flagra, and then you have to go all the way back. It's tedious, but a very interesting idea. Definitely one of the most interesting I've seen in the tournament so far. No missiles. I remember when we had a missiles go mode.
Alright, so I double-checked the preset. They did also disable transport to credits, so that Ice Beam will be required, as we do have to fight Exo. So yeah, I am pretty confident there has to be a Flagra elevator in play. unless the standable method to get that item with Jet Spider is in logic. Actually, let me check that here too.
Did Death King get Wave Buster? I mean, does it matter?
Yeah, that trick is not in logic.
What was in Magma Pool actually? If that was a Wave Buster, then yeah, like maybe.
Fortunately, just the Ice Spreader in Transferred Access North.
Well, even if they haven't gotten it, I'm sure they'll get another one soon enough.
So let's see. I think Death King may be done here in early Chozo. And I don't think anything opened up. So, well, Frigate Crash Site opened up. So you got to be careful with this one-way elevator, because if Frigate Crash Site is important, we may one-way ourselves out of access to it. Although we could just warp and start somewhere.
Yeah, at least we can warp to start whenever we want.
Frigate Crash Site is select. How could I forget?
So we would have to go to get in from the back through Far Choza if another lift ends up there, or through Frigate.
Alright, so what now? So we have this workstation elevator here, and we do have access to all 3 of the other ones in early Magmore. So this is where the seed might offer up some route divergence, and we do need to track down this stupid flogger elevator. Didn't see what was here in workstation, but Death King is going for it.
These arrow troopers are tricky to hit. If only there was a better way.
Yeah, the combat will definitely be interesting to see. If it takes them to mines, there are plenty of things that missiles are useful for there.
I mean, I guess at least we have Wave for homing projectiles. It's not as powerful, not nearly, but it stuns. It can do the job.
Yeah, the missiles can... You definitely have some interesting experiences. Oh my gosh, Xeno takes death to the arrow troopers. Yeah, they are bullies in this room without the ability to take them down quickly, and we don't have any of the fast methods. Hopefully Xeno has a save relatively soon, but does have one in Chozo at least. E-Tank in Workstation. So, a bit of a time investment, but it does make you much safer. The first E-Tank is so nice to have in hand.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, actually, I made an Echo Seed where the safe spots don't heal you. So, yeah.
Yeah, the one Randomizer does give you the option to make as custom presets as you want.
It does make both suits and E-Tanks way more valuable.
I don't
Let's
think
see,
we
what
wanted
does this
that elevator.
go?
I think this is ice locked. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, if it's ice locked, we can. Actually.
Yeah, this is not good.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't a very good choice. When was King's last save? Yeah, I have a feeling we'll see a lot of this.
Yeah, one of the troubles I have with one of my elevators is just like I pretty much only know the names of rooms that have items in them.
Yeah, like if you don't remember exactly what what you need to get out of a room and specifically route to a different lift or to a save station, you're pretty much taking a huge bet every time you use a lift.
Alright, Xeno going for round 2 against these Zero Troopers. Takes the first one down without taking any damage this time, so this is already going much better. And now with one left, can pretty much just unlock it with Wave Beam here.
One major difference is, with these guys, you definitely want to be moving at all times.
We'll see if Xeno opts to solve this puzzle for the E-Tank as well. And looks like yes.
Yeah,
Don't
get
get
into
here. Oh, Death King hadn't saved at all. This is a complete restart. No.
It is? No, can't be. Oh,
he's doing SJF.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Does at least have the information, but unfortunately the information basically says go do everything over again, because almost every check was important progression.
Great, fantastic. That's a lot of time lost.
Yeah, does have some information, like doesn't need to go back for the ruined calorie tunnel after bombs, stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't need
that's
to
a
do
bit of a time
that.
save, but yeah.
I don't think they need to go to Magma Pool at all. What was Wave Beam actually?
Wave was the grapple ledge in Main Plaza.
No. Oh, right, yeah.
There we go. Death King gets it. Yeah, I wonder if the nerves kind of started after the death here. Death King had a little bit more trouble than the beginning of the race on Space Jump First there. Yeah, it never feels good to take a soft lock or a death this far in without having any backups.
Yeah, we definitely want to save before taking any kind of lift, because we could always end up in this kind of situation.
That's true. This is Death King's second life.
Death King the Second. There we go. The mystery has been cracked open like an egg. In the sense that the egg was once meant to harbour life, and now it's just useless.
So fortunately, Xeno did recognize that elevator wasn't the answer, and is proceeding back into earlier Magmore. So that mines elevator is interesting. With lower mines backwards not being enabled, and I don't think they enable it in this preset. I can actually double check that, but we won't be able to get through the barrier in MQA, which means we will have to go. Yeah, if we want to take that elevator and get access to mines, we have to go through OP.
Either that or just warp out through Fungal Hall B. Actually, was it a Fungal Hall B? Like, there was a save station.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, MQB in the corner. I was mix up the save station and the missile station.
Yeah, they are kind of similar looking rooms too. Well, I guess yeah, the Fungal Halls, but. All right, so where does our Twin Fires elevator go?
We'll see in just a second. Monitor tunnel. Okay, that's useful.
Thanks, game.
A very short hop.
Yeah, might be a useful shortcut later, I don't know. But for now, it's going to bypass some of these checks here in early Magmore, so probably not that interested.
Yeah, right now we need the checks, so can't use it yet.
Continue to have some trouble with scan dashing, and after this does trigger the Hive Mecha fight. See if he goes for the escape here or just ends up choosing to fight it.
They're probably boiling in their seat right now. I would not want to be them right now.
Like a visor here on Lower Fiery Shores. You know, we'll go pick this up.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's a visor. Maybe X-ray?
Ooh, that lava damage adds up fast. Yeah, probably was. It was definitely wise to pick up that E-tank in workstation. Magmor on no E is pretty threatening.
Yeah, it's full of that thing that just sets you on fire if you touch it, so... Anyway, that was thermal, not X-ray. So, that's not very reassuring, is it?
Yeah, with thermal visor in hand, we will be able to have the information that Magmor is indeed very spicy. Ooh, that looked like something down there. Spider ball.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. Can do a few more checks. Oh, we can go Ice Beam once we do Flagra, which is probably not going to be very soon.
Ooh, yeah, monitor station here is another room where not having missiles is a little annoying. It's much slower to kill these turrets until we get Ice Beam. But it does take down the shooting gallery.
Can you stun the turrets?
No, Wave Beam doesn't really... Wave Beam's kind of bad to use against turrets, in my opinion.
I mean, it's bad in every situation, but I mean, if it can stun, maybe that can help a bit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, compared to Power Beam against like those Arrow Troopers, Wave Beam is a really good choice. It takes the same number of hits and it stuns one of them, so that they're not shooting you while you're doing it.
Yeah, it has homing projectiles. Like that's the main advantage in a sea without missiles. Like
So what do we
it's
have here
the only alternative. So yeah, that looks like a wave buster.
Looks like Xeno was going to head back for the other checks, but does want to take a look at this elevator first, which is a good plan.
Yeah, makes sense.
There
There
it
we go.
is.
Sun chamber lobby.
Yep, we need to do that.
Yeah. Can't wait for it. Are they doing it? No, they're not doing it right away.
Yeah, may want to clear out the rest of these Magmar. Not be surprised.
And we don't have missiles because we have Wave Buster.
Given the hesitation, I think Xeno is aware that that is something that is required for Ice Beam. And we do have the Spider now, so as soon as we go back and fight Flagra, that is free access to Ice Beam.
Ah, main power bombs. Hello.
It's a good find.
Shiny
That
as
means
ever.
Boost is somewhere nearby. Ooh, another E-Tank. Xeno will happily take that, I'm sure.
Very good.
Death King continuing the item cleanup here. Gonna head back for this grapple beam. Doesn't need to go further down into Root Gallery though, if he remembers from earlier. Super's on Triclops Pit. Not actually useful, but yeah. Supers being unimportant is a kind of weird mindset to put yourself in.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna adjust to the idea for a bit. The game is being generous enough with E-tanks so far. Like, I don't think we found any in Chozo, but at least we're getting some in Magmor. Actually, I think that might have been one in Chozo. I don't remember.
Okay, step away for 1 second there. What was in storage cavern? Is it? Oh, another E.
Any tank, yeah.
Gosh, even these beetles doing some serious damage with no energy tanks.
What's involved?
I was not of interest to the thing, anyways. Alright, so where does this elevator go? Could be rude and point us and not give us actually anywhere useful, because we theoretically could be expected to go fight Flogger, get Ice Beam, come back and take the debris elevator. But this could also be something like access to Vendrana or a better part of mines that doesn't require Plasma Beam immediately.
Some things are definitely going to be a pain in this scene, namely Metroids and Ridley.
Actually, wait. Plasma Beam could be an MQA, couldn't it?
I think so. I don't think there's any missile locks in there.
Alright, specimen storage. Gosh, where is that? Is that... It's in labs, I assume? The question is that... Is that the room behind Research Core? Like behind the Ice Beam door? I have no idea.
I swear I've never read it on the map, ever. I've literally never read that room name. It might be a safe station? I mean, would definitely make sense why we don't remember the name. I don't think anyone remembers the names of the safe stations.
Okay, specimen storage is the first room of labs. Yep, Op is correct.
Oh, I see.
So that's not a bad elevator. We can do quite a bit in shorelines with the equipment we have, but it might be prudent to... Well, actually, logically, even having Ice Beam doesn't give us anything extra there. We'll never have supers.
I think there's also a map room in there, so we should be able to at least see the rest of the lifts in Vendrana.
Doesn't necessarily have to be shorelines, because we do have Ice Beam and main power. Oh, wait, no, we don't have Boost Ball, so that those main power bombs are not in logic yet. So yeah, I would guess... My suspicion is Boost Balls and shorelines. Can't actually... Anywhere but Vanilla, actually, given that we don't have missiles to open the door to Canyon. And then that probably loops us back in to get our power bombs to go to the debris elevator. Otherwise, it could be something extremely rude, like MQA having plasma, X-ray being somewhere else in lower mines that we're expected to go through OP. Although that also requires those main power bombs, doesn't it?
Can boost be on plant? I think it can.
Yeah, boost could be on plant.
Or on ghosts, because you only need spider for those.
Arboretum is accessible. The monitor station elevator goes there. So we do have access to plant. And yeah, Xeno's already heading there.
So we do have access to... Oh yeah, we're doing it right now.
And yep, Chad is correct. We will not be seeing... Well, we do not need to check the ghosts today. The logic does not expect you to do early wild or necessarily be aware that you can just use the spider ball to go down and up the track without supers.
Right, that's good.
Yes, Arboretum is completely missile-locked. However, if you are teleported up here by a one-way elevator, you can head out back towards the elevator, and there is no missile doors along that way. You just theoretically would have needed missiles to climb that way as well. But if you get put here by an elevator, this is fine. So yeah, we've seen Flagra without bombs in the one of the first races of this tournament, and now we're seeing Flagra without missiles in one of the last. That's a little bit of irony there. Or poeticism or something, I don't know.
It's an interesting coincidence. Or funny, depending on what your sense of humor is like.
And Death King grabs their thermal visor. So if Death King immediately takes this Flagra elevator when they come across it. I would actually end up saving a bit of time here, I think, in the seed overall.
Yeah, they would definitely save some time. They aren't missing any particular... Yeah, they're not missing any progression. They're about to get Spider Ball, and that should be now an identical loadout to Xenos.
Alright, is Plant actually useful, or is it just for the ability to get to Ruined Gallery?
Wave Buster. You get one Wave Buster.
Yeah, the lack of E, especially, yeah, because with the seed having to put so much progression early, it just means there's nowhere to put E-tanks. Unfortunately, it's been dumping a bunch of those 60, well, some of those 60 beam combos we have in the... Oh no, Death King!
No, okay. Oh, that was... Oh no.
Yeah,
Don't
35
do
health
this
might put him
ever
off
again.
this Flagra fight.
Oh. All for a Wave Buster, by the way.
Oh, Death King wants it. Yep. That's a hard decision, honestly. I think I would have been thinking there for a second, too, about seeing that elevator. It's like, I want to do the rest of these Magmar checks, but I know this is required of me to do. But also my health is not good. Wonder if this is just farming some health and then going back. Maybe we'll get
I think that's
Warrior
what
Shrine
they're
out of the
doing.
way.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what are you doing?
Nice, gets the dash over, and we'll be rewarded. And there's Ice Beam finally.
Okay. So, where to now?
It's a good question. So we could check the debris elevator when we head back into Magmar right away. And then there's a very low chance that Mines elevator is in play. And a decent chance that this... And then we know that the Phendrana elevator is probably safe here too. Well, that's going to rope you into a pretty linear seat though, because you're only going to have access to the Shorelines elevator. Even with Ice Beam, there is a missile door in mid-labs, so we cannot progress past Research Lab Hydra, which is dead anyways. So there's actually nothing for us to do in labs, despite starting in labs with that elevator. Yeah, well, in the MQA elevators, it's in workstation save, so you can even save in the room before. But yeah, I do like the idea of making sure that it is not required. I believe we've seen magma pool and training chamber access, but I don't think they were valuable. Alright, just like that, Death King is much better prepared health-wise for this Flagra fight. And just general Magmor traversal as well. So yeah, we'll be curious to see where Xeno opts to take this new Ice Beam. Answer question in chat. They have not and will never find missiles. They have been removed from this preset. Basically, the way the seed will play out is we have yet to find, but there will exist an elevator, a one-way elevator that goes to Artifact Temple. So we will still be required to get our artifacts, fight Ridley, and go to final bosses. The Artifact Temple elevator will go to Impact Crater, but the rest of these elevators are one-way anywheres. Oh gosh, that turret bowling Death King there takes off a full E-tank just like that.
Oh yeah, that's a good observation. Most save stations of the game are missile locked.
Oh, that's pretty rude too, yeah. Yeah, Xeno's gonna go straight for this debris elevator. I like this play. And Death King opts for Flagra. This is a good choice.
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry.
Biotech Research 1. I honestly don't know which room of Frigate that is, but that is definitely Frigate.
Oh.
Now, I do want to check.
I think that's the first room where you get all the the conduits. Those two rooms with 2 floors.
So if the game really hates our runners, the final conduit room. So Grabless Frigate, I believe, is in beginner once you get past Hat and the rooms after Hat. So I think it is possible. Well, I don't know.
I think you can access cargo from behind.
I'd have to actually check. I don't know from what point it is safe to do. It's like in logic to do beginner gravity-less frigate. But at some point, like it's easy enough to get to cargo freight, heading kind of downhill through those rooms.
Yeah, if you can access it from the back, then maybe gravity could be right there. At least I hope so.
Yeah, so there is some universe where you would have to get gravity in crash site or cargo freight lift to turn around and come out into the tree hall area. But that's pretty bad, so I wouldn't blame them for exhausting other options first. Logic will never expect save warps. So actually, and also since Logic can't expect you to climb Frigate Crash Site, if it puts you in Frigate, you either need to have gravity to go out the back of Frigate for the elevator there, or you need to find gravity in Frigate. Yeah, the Frigate save station is freely accessible, luckily.
Yeah, we really need to remember which save stations aren't missile locked, because most are. So let's see, there's the one in nursery, right?
Yep, that one's
There's
really
the one,
available.
There's the one in Frigate. What else is there?
Workstation save. Oh no, that's not, is it? No, that's not. Oh gosh, missile doors. Yeah, neither of the Magmor ones are. Frost Cave sort of is. You like logically need to shoot down a stalactite to get in there, but if you can do a good enough R jump, you can get in there without missiles.
Well, if you also can't collapse them, you might as well use them for combat dashes, at least.
Yeah, I think all three of those are missile lock 2, Gathering Hall, Courtyard, Observatory. Yeah, it looks like Xeno is opting for Fendrana out of all the choices given. This definitely does seem the least bad to me, so. More checks here than anywhere else, and much less softlock potential. It is possible that this is sort of a dead-end softlock if, like, the Shorelines elevator goes to Shorelines, but at that point, at least, we have that save point is not missile locked either, so we can get out of Shorelines, at least.
Wait, isn't the Shoreline's lift also missile locked?
Charge beam will work too.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I think boost does have to be in Fendrana here. Oh, that is an interesting... Yeah, interesting comment from chat. So because we didn't do Ghosts, which was out of logic, so yeah, there's no reason to do it, we can't actually use that elevator anymore. It's a soft lock. Weird. I wonder if... I mean, I would guess the logic would take that into account. I think that would... It would not expect you to use that anymore. But that means we don't technically have a way back into Chozo from Magmor yet. That's kind of wild.
We can always save warp and go back through Canyon.
Yep, Ghosts will not be in logic. It requires intermediate knowledge to just use Spider Ball from Flagra to activate the layer and come back immediately. Otherwise, you need supers in Spider, and we will never have supers. So Xeno heading into labs. Unfortunately, like, wait, is the missile door before Observatory? Or after? Maybe it's after Observatory? I don't actually remember exactly where it is.
Oh, welcome to SpeedGaming Deutsch 2 with our party of 57.
So Observatory is not in logic without Boost Ball, but it is accessible.
Yeah, it's doable. We'll see the rest of the checks in here.
We'll have to walk by this tank here in Hydra, never to know what was in here.
I'm sure it's nothing important.
Wait, Death King's in Frigate. I didn't even think about this. Okay.
Yeah, but doing frigate. At least we have Ice Beam. Yeah, these flying gentlemen should be a bit easier to deal with, at least until we get Plasma. Plasma's definitely going to be the best in this situation. I think it can one-shot them with a chance shot.
So yeah, so this is a logical soft lock, unless gravity is in cargo freight. Death King is operating the conduits. We're not going to be able to get very far forwards here. In fact, if he drops down the penultimate room of Frigate here, he's going to have a bad time. No, gravity does not have to be here. But the only way this is logically good is if gravity is.
Okay, we have X-ray and observatory. I don't think we're getting it.
Around. Do not drop down here.
Oh, wait, is Xeno getting it? Yeah. Okay, Xeno's trying to get...
Oh, sorry,
okay.
yeah, gravity could be FTS.
Okay, that's right. Not going any further in labs here.
X-ray observatory. So,
yeah, now that we have X-ray, that doesn't sound very good, but yeah, there is one lift that goes to lower mines, and we have X-ray now. So if we find Plasma anywhere, we know what we have to do.
Oh, Death King knows the climb. That's awesome. So unfortunately this takes forever, but Death King has kind of wedged himself into some collision here that he will slowly rise up through. And this will get him... This is the longest part of the trick here.
Yeah, it takes a really long time to climb up here. Just this one ledge.
Yeah, I still suspect Boost has to be here in Shorelines area somewhere. Where could it be? Ice Ruins East. Anywhere else? Rune Courtyard. Don't have access to a ton here. Can't do Chapel of the Elders without missiles. Can't do Canyon without missiles. And we don't have Plasma. X-Ray makes me worry back again about this Mines play.
Yeah. Wonder what Boost is, though. Because it's logically Boost locked.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see it right here. No Plasma! Oh,
yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I told you we'd see Plasma. Yeah, the game is screaming a Mega Pirate. At least now we should be able to one-shot the Flying Pirates.
So where the heck are our artifacts? We haven't come across a single one yet.
Yeah, I've been wondering that. It's a hard question to answer.
And actually, another question I have is like, how do the artifacts even get placed in this seed? Because like normally, you get the artifacts placed once you have access to Artifact Temple, but we'll like never have non-dangerous access to Artifact Temple. Because it will always be, that elevator will always be a point of no return unless you had all the artifacts already. So I don't know actually how these artifacts get placed relative to a normal seed in this preset.
Maybe they activated multi-pickup placement and they're all in Artifact Temple.
Unfortunately, that is not exactly how the multi-pickup works, but that would be funny if so. Just all the artifacts were actually already returned by the Chozo. Yeah, no problem. This is a weird preset. So, with the way they have set up the elevators, the only way into final bosses is through Artifact Temple. And so, yes, we will need all the artifacts to activate the Ridley fight and take that elevator into the final boss area. But without the missile launcher, which has been removed from the pool, we have to find a one-way elevator that takes us there.
I assume we have a relatively quick seed. Oh, yeah. If only you knew.
Yeah, perhaps. We're still missing Phazon Suit and all 6 artifacts. And we'd like to pick up our boost ball. Probably still here in... Did Plasma open us up anything outside of Phendrana? I don't think it did.
Well, it opens up for Mega Pirate.
And yes, we do have all the means to go fight Omega Pirate.
Unfortunately.
Oh, actually, yeah, no. No, there is in fact no missile launcher.
There's just no missiles in the seed. Missiles just don't exist. All those beam combos, yeah, we can't use them. All missile locks, yeah, those are permanent locks.
Alright, cargo freight was not the answer. So we do have access to one more check here in Frigate Crash Site. Once we finish this.
Yeah, with Boost Ball in Ice Runes, I think Omega Pirate is in Logic. Like, officially. It might even be the next logical step.
Yep, partly depends on where this elevator goes. As logically to have gotten this, we have to be here, and therefore we are held to the whims of wherever this elevator chooses to take us.
Directly into Elite Quarters.
There are 20 of each of Super's, Wave Buster, and Ice Spreader to make up for all the launcher and all the expansions that are gone.
Plasma processing should now be in Logic as well, yeah. Oh, but does this lift go?
I missed it. Oh, back to Jozo.
Oh. Okay, so we do have a way back now. Right here. Next to a save station.
Alright, Death King does complete the climb of Reactor Core. Let's see if this play actually pays off, but given that Xeno has found a valid path through mines, I suspect that that is actually the intended progression. It's to do the Shorelines play and to head into mines.
I hope there's at least, like, an artifact in here. Something.
I hate these turrets. Gets through. And let's see, how many times have we taken this vault elevator today?
A few.
It's true. Yeah, lacking supers is a little annoying for Exo, but yeah, charge beam with chargeless Exo is just horrendous.
How much damage output are we gonna lose on Ridley without missiles?
I would guess like charge plasma is still decent against Ridley in the final phase. All right, moment of truth. What is in Frigate Crash Site for Death King? Was this trip worth it? No.
No.
So we do have out of logic access to Overground Cavern and the elevator out of here. So we'll see where this goes. So Death King could theoretically kind of short circuit.
Probably check Overground Cavern just to be sure.
The seed is super linear, but if this goes to like Shorelines area, then this is actually not too bad for Death King. But it pretty much can go anywhere because this elevator is logically kind of not used. We are also running out of elevators that will take us to Artifact Temple. We have 2 in Mines, 1 in Phendrana, and maybe the Tree Hall elevators if we were actually expected to come back really late. Actually, what if Gravity's in Mines and we're just expected the last thing to do is Frigate? And yeah, we are.
I would love that.
Base on Mines. What is that here in MQA? Xeno wants a closer look. Lava Lake. Alright, that's not a terrible elevator. Oh, just an ice spreader. Alright, Xeno does seem to be aware of the inability to proceed in this direction and is turning around. It will head through OP. 4 E-Tank Missileless OP is a little scary, honestly. See if Xeno is comfortable with the plasma quick kill. You find a little bit
We'll
more.
definitely not be one-cycling it.
It's possible. You can still one cycle with plasma. It is just a much tighter timing. Got to make sure you get those charged plasma shots off as soon as you're able, while still being fully charged. And finally, an artifact.
That's our first artifact. So yeah, without missiles, Metroids are just a bit of a pain to deal with. I think a charged plasma shot should be able to one-shot a Metroid, like a lava.
Yep. Fully charged plasma will take out a regular Metroid. These hunters are actually pretty annoying without missiles.
Without missiles, hunters are the worst. The first time I played this game, I didn't know that Metroids were weak to...
Yeah, not knowing that they're weak to ice, the first playthrough would be challenging. They're definitely pretty annoying to fight if you can't just take them out instantly. Alright, Xeno has cleaned out this room. And we'll use the R jump to get across here.
The way Xeno is being forced to deal with the Metroids is the way I actually dealt with them unironically in my first playthrough.
Yeah, not going to look at... well, actually, might have been worth turning around, because it's possible that PMT was an artifact. And it's going to be super tedious to get our hints. So I would have liked to have seen that. Just in case it wasn't an artifact. The King is making the climb to Observatory, though. This is good news, I think. What was up here? X-ray?
Oh, I'm sorry, where?
Observatory.
Yeah.
I hope Xeno remembers. Did Xeno actually get this item in Fungal Hall B? Oh, there we go. Just a beam combo.
Most useful item in the game.
Yeah, what if that was the one and only validation? We'll never know. So also won't be able to check MQB here, but we'll have the 2 checks coming up with OP, and then we'll have a kind of free run of labs, or of mines. Luckily, MQB here, one of actually both save stations and mines are some of the few that do not require missiles. So this is actually a convenient spot for saving, or none of the 3, I should say. See if Xeno opts to take the safety
There's
save
4
here.
safe stations in this entire seed.
Yeah, not ideal. Ah, rude. Inaccessible E-Tank there in MQB. Ooh, Xeno not going to pick the save. Maybe just clearing these out before saving to conserve health heading into the fight. Yep, looks like it.
It's time.
Yeah, should be a fun fight here.
If this ends up being an all bosses run,
That would be pretty good.
Oh yeah. If we actually have to do that at some point.
Ooh, Xeno gets spotted immediately by Omega Pirate. That's actually quite unfortunate. Meanwhile, Death King picks up the... Oh, did Death King didn't go for Observatory Dash. Hopefully, comes back for it after picking up his boost ball.
That's gonna be horrible if OP ends up being required, which is basically has basically been spelled out by the game already.
Yeah.
By the way,
just
DK
aren't
has a plasma beam up.
Well, as long as they turn around after finding boost ball before taking the Shoreline's elevator, this isn't too bad. A little bit slower, but at least we'll have the requisite equipment.
Omega Pirate is such a slow boss.
Oh, and all these beam pirates without missiles are also not nearly as fun. Power pirates and ice pirates particularly getting a lot worse.
I'm sorry, what do you mean not nearly as fun? You mean they're fun normally?
I don't know if Xeno actually killed that second one there. Might start shooting at him. Yeah, he's kind of getting bullied here.
And another victim in chat has incredulously asked why we don't have missiles yet. This is a seed with no missiles. There's no launcher, no expansions, there's just no missiles. Missiles are not in logic.
The barrier in MQA is still up, and there is no means to get to that computer to bring it down in MQA. So we could not have gone the other direction. There is a setting in quality of life to make reverse finds possible, which both removes the PCA gate, that barrier, and I think the Elite or Omega Research one.
One cycle. Xeno managed to do a one cycle Omega Pirate. Good for them. We'll see.
Yeah, well done.
We'll see what it had. Hopefully it's wave burst. Okay, so we have to check PPC.
So yeah, we have access to pretty much everything in Mines now. I don't think anything in Mines is actually missile locked aside from MQB. And there is our Phazon suit. Oh no, gravity suit!
No, that's gravity.
Oh no.
Of course Frigate is required. Have you learned nothing?
The final boss of the seed may well be Frigate.
Wait, we don't have missiles? Wait, what? Yeah, another person who doesn't know. Yeah, there's no missiles in this seed. We have disabled all of them. They're not in logic.
I was a little skeptical of this preset, honestly, but this is pretty good. I like this seed a lot.
Yeah, this is amazing.
We do not have access to Farfandrana yet. because of where we started in labs, you either need a missile to get through up into control tower, because there's a missile door in labs, or you need supers to get to Thardis. So we would need to find an elevator to Farfendrana directly to be able to get those checks done.
Yeah, to get to Thardis, we need to be able to come in from the back, which is definitely possible. We hope it doesn't happen. Wait, did Xeno check the second item in PPC?
I don't believe so. I think just climb in this room to get this elevator check out of the way, and then I presume intends to actually stay in mines, just wants this info. How rude would this be if this is the Artifact Temple elevator, though? Because you haven't saved. So you'd have to fight OP again if you soft lock here.
That is just... Oh! Like, seriously, of everything that that lift could have done, like, it's one way anywhere. They can get you to any room. That lift just had to lead to itself. That is a tiny chance.
So Xeno doesn't drop down. Maybe Xeno did check that while I wasn't looking.
Yeah, likely.
But I did not see what was in PPC. Yes, so Mega has been defeated. It was holding a Wave Buster, but we did find Gravity Suit in PCA.
My favorite suit. Finally, we get to see it.
Oh no, Death King left Vendrana without X-Ray. This is very unfortunate. That's pretty much going to hardlock the seed here. Well, but Death King did pick up boost, so can do the Rune Vanilla even if isn't comfortable with the dash. And in fact, does need to do that at some point. Yeah, there's no other elevators that take us anywhere useful. I hope he may end up trying to gamble on X-Ray being in lower mines, which there are more checks down there than that one we've missed in Observatory. So it's a gamble. Oh, maybe thinking plasma processing. I like this play too. So let's see. So where does the quarry elevator lead? It could loop us back around into somewhere else. So the elevators we haven't seen are main quarry and the 2 tree hall elevators and quarantine monitor. But unless we get a Farfen elevator, we won't get to check quarantine monitor. We do, with that gravity suit, we did have an elevator to Frigate, so we can get to the 2 tree hall elevators now if the quarry elevator sticks us somewhere back in like Chozo or Magmore. Or it is possible maybe that just all 6 artifacts are in mines and Artifact Temple is here too. True, we have not seen the 2 Far Chozo elevators. Don't have access to those without a Far Chozo elevator as well. Just a beam combo and plasma processing, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. I was like wondering why Zito was heading back down into lower mines again, but yeah, we didn't actually get to see Sen Dynamo and Bench Shaft.
What is that? Oh, that's just...
yes, the runners disabled Impact Crater and Credits elevators. So there basically just has to be one that goes either exactly to Artifact Temple or the room before it. Oh, right, that was a very nice maze there. Yeah. One of the short circuit ones where you don't actually have to do both pools. Oh, Death King's taking the mines elevator again. So at least can get to MQB and save warp out. But will not be able to proceed through OP into the rest of mines like Xeno is. And Xeno will take this save, one of the few being offered to us without our missile launcher.
I wonder how Death King will react upon realizing that they can't go back here.
Yeah, when I was trying to generate some seeds, I think I tried like, I don't know, 14 times and got 2 seeds out of it or something like that. So pretty unlikely that because it needs, so Renovania places elevator, or makes the elevator connections first, and if it doesn't happen to make exactly that 1-2 artifact temple or the room before it, the seed's going to end up being impossible, and the generation will fail.
So yeah, Death King, how do you feel about your life choices?
Yeah, I mean, there's still, yeah. In his mind,
Each time you
there
press
are.
generate, it tries up to 15 times. How many times did you say it tried?
Oh, right. 14.
Oh, so
So
that's
yeah, that's a lot
14
of
times
combinations we went through, I
15,
guess.
more or less.
Which makes sense. I mean, there are a lot of rooms in the game for elevators to go to besides exactly the 2 that are needed.
Yeah, the more random stuff you have, obviously, the more time it's gonna take to generate a possible seed if you're leaving stuff out.
Yeah, these Hunter Metroids being rude to Death King here. Thought the means to quick kill them. Nice power bomb drops though. It'll help take out the rest of them. Good guy run this. Oh yeah, we'll see if Death King takes a look at Phazon Mining Tunnel here. It also does not choose to. Xeno's gonna do reverse upper mines. Yep, and that was the last chance for Death King there to find that X-ray visor, unfortunately. So there's nowhere that he'll just have to make the play to the safe station here. Yeah, normally, I mean, it might just kind of be a reflex. Normally, I don't think checking PMT is like terribly useful because the only thing that's usually going to be down there is an artifact, and the game will tell you at that point. But yeah, with how annoying it is to get hints in this seed, it'd almost be nicer to just kind of find all 6 of them before you even get the elevator. Which means it would be nice to know if you need to come back here. Xeno getting really unfortunate luck with these pirates. Alpha also immediately spotting him. Alright, and yeah, this will have to be a safe work here for Death King.
That's really unfortunate. Okay, that was the artifact of truth in the in elite research.
Oh, this is so slow for Death King now. Having to get all the way back to Fendrana. Just take this Chozo elevator to Magmore to Fendrana. And it's even he has to go all the way through Magmar because it's going to dump him off in Workstation, and the Fendrana elevator is Lava Lake. This is really unfortunate.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, you can't deal damage to a Mega Pirate if you're not using the X-ray visor. So it's the only real hard requirement in the entire game for a visor.
Yeah, if this main quarry elevator doesn't take us somewhere new, so like Far Chozo or Far Fendrana, then our only options left are to go through Frigate to the Tree Hall elevators and checks. And just another wave buster. So at this point, we don't have all the artifacts, which means we will need to... The game's going to have to give us access to somewhere else. I guess it's theoretically possible between Hat and Life Grove that we could get all the remaining artifacts, but at this point it's fairly likely that we're going to find something to either Far Chozo or Far Fendrana in the Tree Hall, and have to complete the remaining of our artifact cleanup there.
So this seed isn't evil, it's just doing its best.
Yep,
It's
just operating within the constraints we've given it. Xeno mercilessly killing the pacifistic pirates here.
We also have BMT, so that's gonna be a problem. Okay, I'm betting beam combo on the crane here. Yep.
I hope this isn't the save warp. Although, well, we do want to know where this quarry elevator goes.
Okay, so there's 5 save stations. I don't think we had accounted for this one.
Elevator to Sun Chamber. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ghosts are... Yeah, you want to take that elevator, I think. That's wild.
Yay!
That is the weirdest way I've ever seen ghosts be in Logic. Save. Oh no, not taking it. That's wild. I love it.
Xeno's not doing it. Oh no. What if they have phase on?
Oh, Fates on Suit on Ghosts would just be too good. So yeah, we'll see if that ends up being important. Could provide an opportunity for Death King to catch up here. But Unfortunately, Death King still got a ways to go here. Is finally taking his elevator to Fendrana. Oh no, wait, is heading... Oh no, this is a soft lock.
Oh no. What did they save?
And yes, this is another one-way elevator seed.
Yeah, one way anywhere.
But we do not have an impact crater
With no missiles, yeah.
accessible. So then we're still looking for an elevator to Artifact Temple, and we will never find any missiles. So Xeno probably going to make this frigate play here.
Yeah.
No, I think Xeno does genuinely like this preset. Has been posting about it on the Discord.
I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't like this seed?
Yeah, I may end up trying a couple of these because this is actually a pretty interesting seed.
Lately, when I play Echoes Rando, I have no combat visor because I just like it that way. Like you start blind with Echo, you get Dark Visor, which gives you slightly like it gives you bad vision, and if you do find a combat visor, that's when you get your eyesight back.
Ooh, Xeno, unfortunately, yeah. If you land kind of to the left after failing that slope jump, it does seem to like to kind of kick you back down all the way. So we'll have to reclimb Geothermal Core here.
Shouldn't be too much of a pain.
I'm gonna step away for one moment here, BRB.
I would love to see the pirates successfully reverse engineering the morph ball and just morph balling around. That looks like a bean combo, yeah.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, it looks like Xeno's making the play to this frigate elevator, I would assume. Yep. Well, Death King gonna head towards Lava Lake to get that X-ray visor. Hopefully realizes that Observatory is in play now. I think that is the only thing Death King has not checked at this point.
Well, at least we have gravity. Oh. Why are you seeing what's in... Why do you want to know what's in Biohazard containment? You can't get it. It's obviously not going to be progression.
If I was designing the seed, I would have put the main launcher there. But yeah, not gonna have access to that check today. So head down here. Probably will end up climbing reactor core to get crash site available too. Yeah, Death King is heading in the right direction, so must remember the observatory. Yeah, just unfortunate that scan dash wasn't cooperating. It is fairly difficult if you're still kind of learning scan dashing to get that one. Yep, we know we're not going to find anything here. See if Xeno even bothers climbing up for crash site. As that item is almost certainly not in logic unless an elevator happens to lead to one of those couple rooms. Is going to do it. And Death King returns to Observatory, where he will be simultaneously happy and sad to find this X-ray visor here. Does the planet not blow up in Super Metroid?
It definitely does.
Technically not her fault, but
Like,
when there's only one survivor from an exploding planet,
yeah,
you might be
I
inclined
think,
to believe it was their fault.
I think Super Metroid happens after Prime.
True. and enjoy the observatory scene here. I thought this room was super cool casually. A lot of lore here about the planets in the system. Well, Xeno is on their way to showing us some new checks. We have access to Hat, we have access to all the life growth checks, and we have, more importantly, the 2 new elevators. And as much as Death King would like to save warp out of here immediately, we don't have access to the observatory save station, so we'll have to head all the way back to Shorelines. Alright, so we do find an artifact in the hat. That's one part of the mystery solved. Actually, I wonder... Oh, yes, we have Farfandrana access.
We do have Thardus.
Alright, so that opens up a bunch of new checks for us in Farfandrana. But what do we have in the upper checks and the upper elevator? Gosh, if this goes to Far Chozo, then we actually have quite a bit of seed left ahead of us potentially.
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in. At least there's no bar skip.
It is either this elevator or the Quarantine Monitor elevator that goes to Artifact Temple. Unless this goes to Far Chozo, in which case one of those could go to Artifact Temple. There we... When did you save last, Xeno? Okay, in Frigate, that's not too bad. So we'll have to reclimb Frigate, but pretty much we're destined to have to do something annoying with the relative lack of save stations and the fact that this is there's an artifact there. The relative lack of save. Honestly, I don't know if I would have taken this elevator at all. I think I would have just cleared Farfandrana. I think that might have been almost as quick as just save warping, but this information is probably good. Because we are still looking for Phazon Suit too. So we may end up just clearing everything anyways. Alright, Life Grove Tunnel and Gravity Chamber.
Yeah, you can't really hope that a missile lock will be one way in Prime 1 because missile locks in Prime 1 are all two-way in the sense that the locks are literal objects that exist in the world. They're not linked to the doors themselves. So yeah, if you come from the other side, you won't be able to see it very well, but the lock is there and you still have to break it.
Right. Yeah, they are still objects in Echoes. The difference is that they are automatically destroyed by opening the door from the opposite side. Unlike in Prime. Yeah, it is kind of confusing the first time you encounter a missile door in reverse in Prime, because yeah, you really don't see it. You just kind of are blocked from moving forwards. And we get to reclimb Frigate. Bonus, we don't even have the thermal conduits activated because of the quit. Love a seed where double dip frigates required. In fact, we may well see a third climb of Frigate to get to Artifact Temple again once we, unless the quarantine monitor elevator is convenient. Death King once again having to deal with these hunter droids. Almost gets grabbed in the Phazon pool. Ew, dear. This is scary here. Only 64 energy left. And I think still a few hunters left alive in this room.
Oh, please get some energy. Don't engage with more Hunter Metroids. Please, it's not going to end well.
Down to 30.
It's not going to end well.
Not much of a choice, though. Like, if you leave and come back, the hunters are all going to respawn, and then you're just in more trouble.
I mean, just freeze them. Leave them alone. The doors are unlocked. Yeah, low energy. Time to fight a mega pirate.
Well, at least we can heal before. That was some weird collision there.
Yeah, we can heal right before it. Assuming
we just have to
we
survive
don't
these
die
last
here.
couple rooms. Yeah, these,
Assuming we don't die in MQB.
Alright, we're back in Life Grove. What's some Great Tree Chamber here? Was that the flamethrower?
If it is, then we need to pick it up. Oh, nice! We're doing the worst room in the game over on Xeno's side.
So Death King did clear out all the Metroids in Fungal Hall B, but unfortunately didn't get a single health drop out of it. Luckily, these Bombus seem pretty likely to drop health. So we'll have almost a new tank heading into the pirate fight here.
Almost. Okay, that's one artifact in Life Grove tunnel, right?
How does... If you pick up your 6th artifact in Artifact Temple, does that immediately trigger the Ridley fight, or do you have to, like, go a few rooms away? Because we can't.
I think you need to reload the room. Like, that would make sense. You're definitely not expected to ever come into that room without, like, with all artifacts and that get in the vanilla game. It works? Huh. Yeah, double supers in Life Grove. Very useful, I know.
Alright, Sean, we're going to see Phazon suit on Thardis for the All Bosses seed.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Although Phazon suit on Ghosts would be an amazing troll, given where the seed seems like it is trying to point you.
To be fair, we did get thermal super early on. It's time to see. Meanwhile, DK is about to fight a Mega Pirate. Fun fight for a Wave Buster and
Ooh,
Gravity.
also immediately gets spotted. Yeah, it didn't roll off to the side when triggering the fight, which makes it a lot harder to get out of the line of sight in time. Actually, not a terrible elevator, all things considered here. Another frigate elevator. So if Phazon and the last artifact are here, this is it's a quick-ish trip back to Artifact Temple. Required gravity suit is on PCA, and we are going to see 3 climbs of the frigate because our Artifact Temple and our Farfendrana axis are there. So Xeno climbed it, took the one-way trip into Artifact Temple for artifacts, climbed it, and is heading into Farfendrana, and we'll need to climb it again to actually get to the Artifact Temple. We found another elevator directly to Sun Chamber, yes. So ghosts are actually in logic. Xeno did not opt to go for it. So if Phazon is not here in Farfendrana, ghosts is a possibility. We possibility of seeing Far Chozo in the seed.
Okay, we've got our penultimate artifact.
And yes, we do have access to Lab Aether and Research Core now as well.
I really hope Phazon is on Thardas and the last artifact is on Ghosts, or the other way around.
So the artifact Xeno is missing is the Artifact Temple one, given the quitting out, so... Yes, I believe the only way to destroy a Control Tower is missiles. We can get to Control Tower from this direction, but I don't
Yeah, Control Tower can only be done with missiles.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so I was like wondering why Xeno was running in this direction, but given that we can't check Frostcave without missiles, this is actually probably a little bit faster to just skip Frostcave. Yeah,
I don't think the Control Tower is locked from the back, but to actually collapse the tower, you need a missile, so that'll be useless.
Okay, unfortunately getting Power Pirates here, not really what you want to see. And looks like this might be too much of a delay for the one cycle. Oh, still gets it. Excellent.
Did Omega need to be this big? Like, did they really? Was it needed?
It'd be a hard life. I mean, you can't fit through any of the doors in here, so you are just obliged to sit here forever.
Yeah.
Luckily, Samus does come to you. I still will continue to advocate that the worst job is the pirate in Fungal Hall Access, who is trapped between 2 rooms full of Metroids, has no specialized equipment, and is usually deleted in one shot by Samus whenever she shows up there.
And has no way out. Oh, and also, there's Phazon, like, right there, a huge deposit of it.
Oop, Death King destroying the blocks that give you the quick way up this room, unfortunately. Yep, Xeno gonna head into reverse labs here. Do have 3 checks available. That could all be Phazon. But I'm rooting for Thardus or Ghosts. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, this is a good elevator coming up here. I will leave you in suspense. So yeah, so Xeno gonna climb here and get the 2 checks in Aether. And then what does that leave us? We have transport access, Thardus, quarantine monitor. Although wait, no, did we already see those? Because the elevator went to quarantine monitor, so I assume that's been checked. I just was looking away. So the... Oh, is that it? No, that's nice. How did I think that was a Phazon suit? The Talon Canyon to main plaza elevator was unshuffled, mostly probably also to allow the seeds to generate more frequently. So we had a landing site start with no extra items, so pretty much all these seeds have to have a pretty loaded Chozo, followed by the Sun Tower elevator taking you somewhere interesting. Nope, Death King not going to show us the elevator, it looks like. So the PPC elevator led to the PPC elevator. So it was a infinite loop of elevators.
Yeah, like I said, the PPC lift, it could have gone literally anywhere, and it decided that it would lead to itself, like not even an adjacent room, just to itself specifically.
So unless I'm mistaken, Phazon suit is on Thardus or Ghosts, and either of those is great, and I love it.
Yeah, should be one of those.
Please be on Ghosts.
I mean, if there's a lift going to Ghosts, they're most likely required. How do you overload a thermal visor?
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. And also, given like you would think Magmor would overload it too, but it works relatively fine there.
Yeah, especially like Thardus is completely cold except for like the one rock that's glowing at any one time. How's that overpowering the visor? Like it doesn't get overloaded when you're literally swimming in Phazon. Why would it here?
Yeah, and if it is on Ghost, this is actually horrible for Xeno, because Xeno's going to have to warp to start, find the lower mines elevator again, climb all the way to upper mines for the main quarry elevator, because that was where where our Ghost access is. And I don't think so. Xeno did come down to send Dynamo, but I don't think Xeno opened up MQA, so we'll have to. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's still faster to go through OP's room again, but still doesn't have the option to climb back up. Yeah, elevators leaning themselves is always delightful.
Yeah, with certain settings, if you get one, you'll also get another. Like with a two-way unchecked. If you do two-way unchecked, if you see one, you'll also see at least another. They always come in pairs. Because of logic, of course.
Oh, Death King is going to open up this force field. Did Death King
Well, it's
not turn on?
definitely handier.
Yeah, that's actually smart. While you're here, might as well open this
Yeah,
up in case you need to take this elevator again.
yeah, just in case. Wouldn't want to have to do everything all over again.
Oh, it didn't do the maze though, so now we'll have to do it if he wants to go backwards. So this is annoying. So yeah, in this layer, you need to head back up to the door to spawn the fight. Can you climb this room this way? Oh my gosh, why did I not know this? Oh, that's so much better. Okay, that's a cool climb. So yeah, we trigger the fight up near the door, and then we'll have to do the maze to be able to leave backwards. And down goes Thardis, and we will have the moment of truth, 50-50. Is this the Phazon suit?
Sink death.
Ah, the dream
Yay!
is dead, but that's good for Xeno.
I mean, there's still the possibility that ghosts have the last artifact.
No, the last artifact is vanilla on Artifact Temple. So Xeno just needs to head back up,
Okay.
and we'll be...
Well, that's a shame, but hey, all bosses.
No, I was unfortunately not counting the maze today.
One thing I do go out of my way to count is how many attempts it takes each time to get bar skip. Uh, Last time I did it, we had like 42 attempts. There hasn't been a single message in the race time room.
I am very impressed by the stoicism of these two runners with all the trials and tribulations that this seat has presented them.
There hasn't been a single message in the race time chat since the race started. Right, the last message is good luck, have fun.
Well, yeah, they certainly have not been having much luck, but hopefully fun is being had at least.
Good luck, and then it cuts to like a very quick slideshow of screenshots of every single lift and where it goes, and have fun. And then it cuts to all the times they died and lost huge amounts of progress, especially Death King at the start.
Yeah, the elevators being kind of tricks definitely did set Death King back there. And there is our 6th and final artifact. So we will go straight into the Ridley fight. No missiles for the second phase here.
We never found flamethrower.
I
The
think it
one
was there
good-
in Great Tree Chamber, but we'll be able to see in the credits. Ooh, nice plasma snipe there from Xeno. Yeah, I missed the the boost wall going off there. Sometimes it does seem like it doesn't hit the first time.
Yeah, Xeno's dolphin is slowing down a lot right now.
Ridley, consumer of frames. Oh dear. Not looking a little better now, but yeah, that was a little scary of a freeze frame there. And down goes Ridley. And while Death King is clearing up the final bits of upper labs here, the question will be if Death King opts to take this ghost fight.
We're 2 hours in, by the way.
Wow, what a seed. He's going to take the save here. But we'll probably head back out to check the item and the elevator as well. And here we are in Impact Crater, just as we hit the 2 hour mark here.
I honestly don't understand why people don't just take care of that sticky keys dialogue. Like, you can just have it never bother you again.
Ooh, Xeno unfortunately getting grabbed by Jack there. See if Xeno uses the missile refill station here. Oh, wow, not. Color me surprised. Oh, did Death King not go up for vanilla grapple check? I'm surprised he's moving the crane back. Oh, he's just gonna take the elevator though.
Yeah, it's something I do by default as well, because like, if you ever need to go back there again, at least you can come back with with grapple.
And Death King not gonna take the ghost elevator. It looks like. Yeah, now that I think about it, that did seem to be Death King's preferred method of climbing this room, was using that grapple point rather than the
Yeah, it
jump.
also lets you grapple up from below. Like, that's the main thing grapple beam has over like screw attack and echoes. It sometimes you can get some height with it.
So yeah, maybe Death King didn't head grapple check right away. I'm not sure where this is headed actually.
This is a very, very slow exo.
Do ghosts lock the door in Sun Chamber? As if so, that ghost fight was actually required to get back into the back into Chiozo, or the save warp. Given that our PPC elevator just loops indefinitely, so you might have been expected logically to fight ghosts to get back into the kind of main hub of this game world. Oh, getting bullied by a Metroid. Yeah, I'm not sure where that thing's headed. This looks like descending back into mid-mines, but I'm not sure what's there. Oh no, does he think that... Oh, that's right, he never did the PPC elevator. He might be heading back for that elevator. Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be a big time loss here, too. He's going to be very disappointed by this stupid elevator to itself. Alright, does get the ore processing climb, and we'll head back to lead control access. Does look like Cena's doing a good job here against Exo, despite not having the supers for any of the beam combos.
Yeah, it's just really slow.
Get some good ice shots there, though. Makes quick work of the ice phase. Just the wave phase left before we head into subchamber 4. Yeah, Death King is taking another stab at this climb. Does have Spider Ball if he ends up having trouble and wants to do the vanilla method up this room. Okay, we'll just take the climb up halfway and use the vanilla route for the rest of the room. Perfectly fine. I think Xeno might have thought he was done with that face there. One more shot, unfortunately. And Death King about to be very disappointed by this elevator. We'll take it for the memes. And the elevator goes up and back
A
down.
whole new world. It's time to explore. Wait, he hadn't realized?
It's just like the like Tower of Power kind of things. It's like it's a thrill ride up there. You go up real fast and then come back down. No seatbelts because it's a space pirate invention. Yeah, Xeno getting a lot of rapid charges here in this plasma phase.
I love the awkward zombie Super Smash Brothers, the comics.
Oh my gosh, all these beam changes. You know, hardly getting a chance to charge a shot before it changes color again. Getting some nice ice snipes in there, though. One more shot should do it. There we go.
There we go. So yeah, there's this one comic where, like, Ridley is doing an interview with a tie strapped around his neck, like a tie and nothing else. Sweating with Samus looking at him, just staring really, really angrily. And, like, there's everyone else around her is just is like, oh, come on, just let him. Like, we've finally managed to squeeze him through the door. Come on, the least you can do is give him a chance. Like, maybe if you actually spend time with him, you can get over your differences. Like, if Fox says, "Me and Wolf did," and and she goes, "He killed my parents," and Ridley goes, "One time." He killed my parents. Oh, come on, it was one time, right? So, Essence. Oh, Essence is as boring as ever, but I guess it's relatively normal with our missiles. Like, they're not really used in this fight.
Yep, we do have both visors, which makes this fight a lot easier.
It's easier.
That's some good damage there. This may well be a 3 pool from Xeno here. Although it looked like opting for the pool attack cancels rather than the pool cancels rather than the attack cancels. So we'll have to wait a little bit for this pool.
This looks like maybe 211, something like that.
Yeah, it could even be done in a few seconds here. Just we can get some good pool cancels here. Should be enough to finish it off.
2:10:30.
And down it goes.
Okay. 2:10:26.
All right. GG's, Xeno. Death King does choose to forfeit here. Let's see if we can get the runners in for some interviews.
We'll be getting an invite right now. GG, this was a very interesting seed.
Yeah, well, we don't have to see in these credits where the actual flamethrower was.
Yeah, we definitely need to know. I think flamethrower was in Vault.
Ah, it was indeed in Vault.
Yeah, it was in Vault.
Xeno also seemed to be curious. Fast forwarded to that and then stopped. Alright, we are joined by Death King 2. Welcome, GG's.
Thanks. Hey.
Yeah, it was a tough seed there.
Yeah, I mean, the seed was more or less okay if it wasn't for the many save and quits you had to do. Or more the save warps, but my mistakes were a bit more of a problem.
Yeah, that first trip into Phase on Mines
Yeah.
without having any safety saves was really unfortunate. That was about a
I had
15-minute
the-
setback.
Yeah, I had the wrong elevator in mind, so I went there, thought, yeah, you have some checks. Nope.
And we're joined by
Not today.
Xeno as well. Welcome and GG's.
GG's.
Hey. So, were you saying you used a fake on elevator when you fell without like speed?
You were a bit quiet, Xeno.
Yeah, you sound really quiet and a bit weird as well.
I don't know how I would fix that.
I don't know how to fix that.
But yeah, what a seed. The triple frigate climb was pretty nice. I think the moment we were wondering what were your feelings after finding that PPC elevator, Death King.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A good seed for a great preset.
Where was the Phasen at the end? I haven't got it.
Thaldus.
Ah, sure.
Yep. So we had a all bosses required seed. I think logically ghosts were required too, because I think you had to take that Sun Tower elevator out of mines to get back into the kind of hub of Chozo and Chozo and Magmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seed was actually really fascinating because yeah, you had Magmore and Chozo accessible to you, and pretty much every elevator in Magmore took you on this weird one-way jaunt through the world. And you had to keep coming back to the hub.
Yeah. It also feels weird every time I have to do frigate without gravity reverse. It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another unfortunate. It was possible that Grav was in Frigate Crash
Yeah.
Site or Cargo Freight, I think, but yeah, unfortunately that ended up being not the play as well, heading there before Shorelines. Or before Mines, anyways. I don't remember actually when you went there, but... And then, yeah, Observatory was also a bit of a troll there.
It's always the one thing I skip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you just skip one item because you think you won't need it, and then you do need it.
Especially since I tried the dash, didn't got it, and I thought, yeah, it's one check, you have to go so far for it. Nah, there won't be anything. Yes, there is.
Oh, come on, there's only like one hard requirement in the entire game for the X-ray visor. What are the odds that it's actually required?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely weird that OP was just required. Well, I guess it had graph suit too, but required to get you into the rest of mines. Yeah, we were hoping you would.
I don't
I
think
mean,
any
it
other
was only
lift.
for the gravity to get deeper in the mines. Only for
I don't
gravity.
think any
Maybe.
other lift went to mines.
Hmm?
I don't think any other lift went to mines.
Yep, that was the only access to mines, and yeah, there were a couple artifacts in there as well, so we were required to
Yeah,
make
Oh,
that
there
play.
was one other lift that went to mines.
True, but not going to be terribly useful given that we were already there.
one transporter, 2 research core. Processing. That was something.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate too. Especially kind of giving up on heading up there the first time and having to backtrack through all of mines, only to find that it was entirely useless.
I felt a little bit trolled.
Yes, yeah, that's understandable.
But at least these seats are kind of fun when you're not getting some really hard entrance where you have to go, directly into the mines or something like that. It can be really fun.
Yeah, these presets, these seeds can be really fun if you're not in a race.
I know.
But yeah, I was saying, I actually found this preset pretty interesting, so I may roll a seed or two and give it a try myself here.
Yeah, it's a sort of challenge seed. How can
Yeah.
you beat the game without missiles? Well, here's how. First of all,
Oh,
What?
no, that was just gibberish.
that was impressive gibberish. I thought that was actually your mic messing up.
That was very fluent.
Yeah, I'm very fluent in gibberish. Nothing I do makes sense. You can tell you can tell if you ever watch me play a rando. I do random stuff. Just nothing makes sense.
Felt the same way for me. With seat, so I guess.
Sometimes you have to go in blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, first of all, thanks for the restream. Thanks for Xeno with the times we could manage to make the race, and sorry for the alert that got off. I thought I had them disabled, but that was another scene.
Yeah, not too much of a problem there.
Well, if that's all, I think we can wrap up. Huge thanks to both XenoWars and Death King 2 for running. Thanks to Orb for tracking. Thanks to Baha for co-comming with me. Check everybody out except me. I'm the only one here who doesn't actually play.
No, do give Sean a follow as well. Thanks for co-comment. I can drop a little bit of information here with the caveat that this is all kind of preliminary and stay tuned for any formal announcements, but this will have been the final match of the Swiss rounds. We will be taking probably a 2-week break before we move into the top 8 matches. And our top 8 looks to be our number 1 seed, Uncle Reggie, will be playing the number 8 seed, who is yours truly. We will have number 2 seed Inner Slice against number 7, the Ginger Chris. Number 3, Dino Pony versus Elias Thompson, number 6. And number 4, Digglewrath versus number 5, Gunnert. So stay tuned for those matches. We should have some some pretty fun stuff coming into the top 8 here in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, good luck against Uncle Reggie.
Yes, I will certainly need it. But yeah, I guess with that, thank you all for watching all of these matches. Hope you've been enjoying the tournament as much as I have. And yeah, stay tuned for the top 8.
We'll see you next mission. The next 8 missions.
Alrighty. Bye-bye now.